The best thing about being a dad is coming home from a long day at work and having the kids run across the hall screaming, "Daddy!" and jumping into my arms, giving me a big hug.
The best thing about being a dad is probably when my daughter learns something new and discovers something that we take for granted.
Watching them, explore, learning new things.
As they grow older, you become best friends with your sons, and therefore enter their lives in a way that you can't imagine when they're young.
The hardest thing is getting them to do what you want them to do. Just telling them to do their chores and not complain about it.
I have 2 teens. How's that for an answer?
I travel a lot with work, and so the hardest thing is being away from my kids.
Just watching them grow up fast, they grow up so fast.
Letting go. I think it's important that you do it, but letting them learn the mistakes for themselves, I think, is the hardest thing.
My father taught me lessons that he probably didn't intend to teach me. He taught me that my time is money because he always spent way too much time working on things that should have had somebody else do.
Be fair, everyone's different, everyone has different ways of doing things, and it's always good just to be a good friend and help other people out.
My dad was very aloof and didn't know how to demonstrate true love for his children. He thought he did, and I think he tried. And I've tried to instill in my children the fact that you really need to demonstrate love.
I always remember him teaching me later on that if you come away with close family and 1 or 2 true friends, you're a very rich person.
That's an experience that I think parents are lucky to have, and people that don't have children never understand.
The very first time, speechless, even inside my own head. There was just nothing to replace the feeling and the sensation and the joy.
I was feeling excited. I just couldn't wait to get him home and just teach him everything I knew.
The sudden realization of the responsibility that you have, not for tonight or tomorrow night, but forever.
You just lose it. You just, if you're a man and you don't cry, I don't know, I guess you don't have a heart when you're holding that kid for the first time, but I certainly did.
Love at first sight, love at first hold, and people will tell you that I'm probably umbilically still attached to them or Velcro attached to them, even though they may not feel the same way.